We remain stable on the outlook for NBFCs even into FY17. Actually, if you look at what's happening with the public sector banks, given the kind of capitalization they are in, and increasingly it will become very difficult for them to grow credit at a higher pace. And this opens up a huge opportunity for these NBFIs to come up and pick up market share in a lot of assets at attractive pricing. We have been talking about this space for quite some time now. And the reason why we feel NBFCs are, I think, in a once in a lifetime sort of a situation right now in terms of growth prospects is because the sector has matured quite a bit over the last 10 years. It's attracting equity from marquee investors. The liquidity management is much tighter. Most of the NBFCs maintain surplus liquidity. In terms of their credit writing and the pricing ability also, we have seen a marked improvement. So barring a few pockets of stress, I think we see mostly NBFCs will continue to do well into this year. And as I said earlier, they'll be helped by the difficulties being faced by the public sector banks. So if you look at NBFCs, every year they are moving to a more stringent NPL recognition norm. So into FY17, they will move into a 120-day recognition from 150-day. So in that sense, the headline gross NPL number will still be higher than what it is now or what it would be for FY16. But what we are seeing is that if you exclude that 1.5, 1.7% of an impact from increased recognition out of the picture, then in terms of organic delinquency, we might be just off the peak. While we are seeing improvements in segments like medium and heavy commercial vehicles, and to some extent even in the two-wheeler segment, I think a lot of segments which remain skewed to rural India are facing stress. Sectors like tractor loans, light commercial vehicles, even small commercial vehicles, and to some extent even cars, which have increasingly, I think, spread to rural India. The issue is the two consecutive deficient monsoons, and on top of that, even the winter crop got impacted. So we are talking about very high stress in the rural India, and which will continue to impact at least the numbers for next few months. That's what we believe. So both on HFCs and MFIs, we have a stable outlook. While for HFCs, we believe that they will continue to snatch market share away from banks, given that they have now increasing pockets where they have pricing power. And pure retail home loan as a product has been doing exceedingly well. The only segment which we are still red flagging is loan against property, which we feel, I think, there is reason to believe that there is in pockets some bit of overheating is there, and there could be some stress buildup. So barring the loan against property segments, most of the HFCs which are dabbling mostly in retail home loans will continue to do well, and that's the reason for a stable outlook. As far as the microfinance institutions go, I think now with RBI small finance bank licenses, about 50% of them have been recognized under formal banking ambit. With RBI as a regulator, I think a lot of the systemic risk goes away for them. And they won't be exposed to the kind of geopolitical risk we have seen earlier for the sector. Also, the regulators are getting more, trying to empower the sector more by increasing limits, looking at the underwriting more closely. And the practices also, we have seen the underwriting practices improving across the board. So if you put all that together, I think MFIs also are likely to do well into FY17.